I'm getting to a point where I want to walk away, but I can't. It's $200.
I'll let you take care of it.
I take care of everything.
I help out too.
She's gonna spend $8,000 on wedding dresses. Really?
I must admit, she is the brains of the outfit. I'm the bronze.
If I were to score you now, you'd fail. I don't think you have it in you.
Money, 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 money.
My name's Angela. I'm 27 years old. I work for the government and I make $45,000 a year.
My name is Gord. I'm 34 years old. I'm a caretaker and my annual income is $30,000.
I'm a case officer. Just at this department, reorganized everything, so there is surplus in us.
Angela's pregnant. The pregnancy wasn't planned.
Because we're not living together yet, that's like very stressful.
Oh man, I'll be moving to her house. I'm getting nervous. I haven't been out on my own ever.
I've been living here at home ever since, I was 2.
Workout.
So far, I haven't had to pay any rent. And when my fiancé moves in, I'm hoping that we don't have to pay rent.
So I decided to get a credit card. So I bought this, I bought that. I just went crazy with it. And then 1 credit card turned into 2, and then 2 turned into 3.
I like to spend money.
Anything that she wants, she'll spend it on. I cut up all my credit cards, she should do the same.
Oh yeah, weddings. There's 2 of them.
The one next month, it's gonna be a very small wedding, and then the real big one for everybody next year.
It's about $2,000 for this gown.
But it's not the same gown you're using next year, right? Oh. What do you think it's gonna cost?
You don't need to worry about that.
Oh.
My mom is paying for it. My total debt, it's huge. I owe my parents, credit cards, line of credits and stuff like that. All this stuff is definitely stressful. And I kind of take it out on Gord.
It's $130. Do you get a toaster with that? Or?
No, Dumbo. Yeah, I call him that all the time.
I'm gonna have to bite my tongue a lot because she's very feisty. Why don't you want me to come over there and look at the bills?
Well, they're my bills. There's no need for you to see them.
You sure?
Can I just pay my bills?
Gail, I will do exactly, precisely what you ask, but please just help us.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. Angela and Gord are living on Easy Street. Since they don't pay rent and have almost no expenses, I wonder where all the debt's coming from. With baby on the way, it's time for these 2 to grow up and start taking some responsibility for their lives. Hi, Gail Voss-Oxlade. If you don't mind, I'd just like to have a quick look around.
Sure.
Okay. So, do you ever plan to move out?
Yes.
Nice house. Nice TV.
This is a gift. A gift.
That money would have gone a long way to help you paying down your debt.
But it was a gift, though.
Bed paid for?
The bed was a gift, actually.
So, is this the furniture that's not paid for yet? You've had it more than 6 months, and you've only managed to pay off $200? That's because you pay such expensive rent here, right?
Yeah, no.
No, because you don't pay any rent here,
We don't.
right?
No.
Angela, it's almost like with everything that's happened between your dad being ill and the changes at work and Gord moving in and the wedding planning and the baby, you just don't know. You're not ready for this.
I'm getting to a point where I want to walk away, but I can't. Growing up is definitely something I need to do, ASAP.
Gord, what I see is that you are very comfortable playing the role of the doofus, and believe it or not, she is not the smartest person in the room. You are going to have to make some big frickin' changes. You say you're not going to live off mommy and daddy anymore, that you stand on your own 2 feet and become responsible. Those are all adult things to do. See, I don't think you have it in you.
I wish she was gonna cry, but I mean, maybe these are things that Angela needs to hear.
Your biggest problem right now is how much debt you have.
Yeah.
$52,000, $40-odd thousand of this debt is yours. What have you been buying?
Nothing to show for it.
You went and ran up a line of credit that your parents gave you the money to pay off. And then what did you do?
Racked it back up.
Right up to the limit again. It's almost like money is a plaything. Gord, my darling, I know you're trying very hard to pay off the debt. But when you have an interest rate of 24% and you're only making an $80 payment, your $3,500 credit card is going to cost you $5,000 in interest. Your baby is going to be ready to go to grade 3 before that debt's going to be paid off. Oh, my Lord. When we add the cash you're spending with the cash advances and then with your miscellaneous consumption, adds up to $4,600. Like, how are you going to feed this baby?
We're not going to with these numbers.
No.
You're overspending by $2,770 a month. And you have virtually no fixed expenses.
Oh my God, what have we done? Like, we've really put ourselves in a hole.
And you keep it up, and in 5 years, you'll owe $300,000 without a mortgage.
Oh yeah, like I'm shaking now.
You want me to help you, then you have to promise me that you will do whatever I say to get you out of this hole.
Yes, I promise.
Angela?
Oh, I promise.
Over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. You do the challenges to my satisfaction, I'll give you up to $5,000. You don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. You don't have the right attitude, you don't get the money. I want to help, but I want to help change how you think. Over the next few weeks, we're going to come up with a plan to deal with the debt. We're going to get you in a position where you can deal with your future responsibilities. Okay. And we're going to get you working together, okay? Because there's a little bit of a lack of respect in this relationship, and we need to fix that. What do you have to give me before I give you the jars?
Our cards.
Aha! Go, scram. Coming up, can Gord charm his way out of debt?
You know that movie, Stella? What's it called? Streetcar Named Desire? Stella!
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Angela has a baby on the way, so now she's shopping for 2. Big Daddy Gord is sure they can't afford all this stuff.
Angela has a friend who's just recently had a baby, and it's almost like Angela thinks it's her baby. Clothes, socks, formula. She goes overboard.
They need to grow up before their baby does.
No, it's a bill.
What are they willing to give up to deal with their $50,000 debt? For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars. No changes, no money. Give me the cards. Now what are you going to do?
What can I do?
You can live on my budget. That's what you can
That's
do.
what I'm gonna do.
My plan is to cut your variable spending by 81%. Yeah, we're going to go from almost $5,000 to just under $1,000 a month.
$1,000.
$1,000.
You're going to have $100 a week
Okay.
for food. No, I know he can eat that all by himself.
Yeah.
These are just facts.
$87.50 a week for transportation.
Okay.
$25 for entertainment. $5 for clothing and gifts. $5. You're not buying
Nothing.
squat. And finally, you will have $17.50 for other, and this includes everything from medical costs to the cat.
If there even was 50 cents in each jar, that's okay, because I'm gonna win this.
Here's the part where you get your first challenge. Your whole future has just changed because you have a baby on the way. And what you need to do for your future plan challenge is 2 things. The first is you can't afford to go baby mad shopping. So I'm going to send you a mom who has figured out how to not dig herself a hole going shopping for baby.
Okay.
The second part of your challenge is you need to figure out what your budget is going to be for that first year with baby at home.
Okay.
I'm Sandra.
Hi, Sandra. I'm Angela.
Hi, Angela.
Hi, Sandra. Gord.
Hi, Gord. Great to meet you. You know, individually, things may look like they're really affordable, but it's important to add everything up and see if it really fits with your budget. So I'm gonna hand that to you. You can maybe take some notes on what catches your eye, and we can talk about looking for value. You know, there's a big fashion craze now in terms of outfitting your baby with luxury goods. So, you know, don't get swayed by the idea that a more expensive stroller is necessarily better. There are going to be some items that you don't need to get for several months, so you might as well just hang on to your money. You also want to consider going to a consignment store, and that can save you a lot of money. Just keep in mind, you don't have to spend the maximum to get the maximum for your baby.
Armed with some money-saving tips, Angela and Gord sit down to figure out how to support a baby while Angela's on maternity leave.
Okay, entertainment.
But we're not going anywhere. Like, where are we gonna go? Can't go to the movies.
Baby clothes, we're going to receive a lot of stuff.
Right. So
First,
why don't you
100
just put a
little,
small number in there?
40 a month.
Are you thinking more?
So we're definitely not going to be balancing, because now we're in the negative $281.
Like, these are stuff we've never discussed, right? And now we're just discussing them, and we're looking at the numbers. It's a little overwhelming.
Well, I don't know where to cut.
Angela and Gord are discovering that making ends meet on a reduced income isn't going to be easy.
Any ideas?
I'm asking you.
Oh, you're asking me.
How was your week?
It was easy. Like the jars. I found that having the money out
Yes?
just made it so much easier than, you know, always with the card and spending.
Excellent. How did your challenge go?
We have all our items that we're gonna need. I priced out some items for the States because I am going to the States on a trip, and I did some budgeting on the other side of how much we're gonna be spending for the trip.
Angela! You've come such a long way in such a short period of time, budgeting for the trip. What did you discover when it came to doing the actual physical budget?
Because we're short,
Yes.
that just means that we know we have to get more money in.
Right. If I were to give you a score on this challenge, what would I give you out of 10?
I would hope 10.
Yes, I would give you a 10.
Knew we were gonna score it at 10, and we'll score at 10 the next challenge and the next challenge.
But you know where that brings us?
Second challenge.
To the second challenge. And this is all about taking responsibility. We have to get your debt down to a manageable level before you go off on mat leave. You have to find a way to bring in another $550 a month net. So this week, I have arranged for you to work in a restaurant. Yay! So this will be an opportunity for you to make more money. Now, Angela, it's your turn.
My turn.
You're going to throw yourself a debt shower. You're going to have a bunch of girlfriends over. You're all going to come up with as many ways as you can to get this debt paid off faster. Okay? If you have a wedding dress that your parents are going to pay for $6,000, that $6,000 go a long way to get this debt paid off.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
At only 27 years old, Angela owes over $40,000, but that hasn't stopped her spending.
She'll go to the bank machine, she'll take out some cash. Oh, I think I do need that, actually. And then it goes the money.
Makes me feel good.
While they're living with her parents rent-free, they should be able to pay off the debt aggressively. I'll give them up to $5,000 to help them do it if they complete all my challenges. To give them a push in the right direction, I told Angela to throw herself a debt shower and fess up to her friends. And I got Gord a job in a restaurant, which is one of the ways he can make more money.
I've never cut vegetables, to be quite honest with you, so I'm nervous, scared.
Okay, more carrots.
Ooh.
Wedge your finger. Okay, you have to finish all this. Carrots, onions, and potatoes. All right?
I don't remember this in the contract, but I'll do it.
I think you're gonna stay here all day. Okay.
I have to tell Gail that working in a restaurant as a second job is probably a no-no. Just because, like, I don't know how to cook.
While Gord works on his second challenge, Angela was sidelined by a family emergency. So you've had some challenges this week, haven't you?
We did.
And that certainly put some stress on the situation. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now, having said all that, you didn't get very much of your challenges done.
No.
In light of the fact that you've had a fair amount of stress on you this week, I'm going to give you till the end of my visit to make up for it. You also found out about your work? Yes.
So I'm gonna have to be leaving.
With job restructuring pending, Angela has chosen to go on leave early rather than waiting to be reassigned. That means her income has dropped, and so will her debt repayment. Girl, you're gonna have to make some tough decisions about your priorities, okay? Because if you have a wedding dress that your parents are gonna pay for $6,000, that $6,000 go a long way to get this debt paid off.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about when I say find a way to get it paid off.
Okay.
You know, if the roles were reversed, I'd give up the dress. But, well, Angela, we'll see.
How'd you find working in the restaurant?
It was different.
Yeah, you can't even peel potatoes.
What? She told me it was the best potato she ever saw. Well, she did.
I wasn't there.
That's a perfect setup for the next challenge, okay? This is your relationship rescue challenge. Angela, my darling, you are a bit of a bossy socks.
Yes.
I am sending you Chef Alan. You're going to be given some interesting ingredients you probably have never seen before, and you have to be creative and come up with a meal. The thing is that Gord has to take the lead on this.
Okay.
Okay? You can be his sous chef,
Okay.
but you can only do what he tells you. So are you having a good time with this?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
And why is that?
Because I want to prove you wrong. Doofus, I think not.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
This quarrelsome couple has their baby budget put to bed, but the rest of their choices have me a little colicky. See, this is why I'm confused. You have $8,000 that you're not applying to your debt?
Because we have to pay for the wedding.
You can't get out without the car?
I can, but I can't go up to the cottage.
In the midst of all this, Angela has decided to take an early absence from work.
What are you gonna do with your time off?
Relax.
If they want up to $5,000, they're going to have to prove to me that debt repayment is their top priority. And Angela's going to have to show me she can let Gord be top dog.
Okay, so we have all the ingredients ready for you here.
Okay.
You can uncover them and see what you'd like to do for dinner.
Wow.
Okay.
This looks great.
So you're familiar with all the products, I hope?
Well, let's see. Squid.
Good.
This looks like some sort of duck.
Duck! Yeah, okay.
Yams.
Plantain, actually.
Parsley.
That's actually cilantro.
Sorry.
I'm supposed to answer that. Is ginger.
Very good.
And some sort of prickly animal.
Are you having fun with the squid?
It's pretty nasty.
See if I could take the lead and boss Angela around for once. Now what I'd like you to do, Angela, is cut the vegetables.
Oh, I have to cut.
Well, what about the calamari? We're gonna cut.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of hard to lead when you don't know what you're doing.
Do you think we should maybe stir it once in a while or just
Yeah.
admire it from afar?
Well, Angela, you know, you got to keep an eye on that. Looks good.
Certainly does.
It's different.
How's it going, chef?
It's coming along.
Oh, no, it's tough.
Oh, he's talking to me.
I thought he was
You're the
cooking.
assistant. Did I take the lead? I think in some respects I did. Throughout the whole course of the meal, no, I didn't.
And when it was time for Angela to host a debt repayment shower,
I haven't told a lot of people about my debt because that's just not something that I talk about. So basically, I just asked you guys to come over just to talk about debt and stuff like that. So I just wanted to kind of get your feedback and things that we could do instead of always going out to spend money.
sounds like Angela still isn't willing to fess up to the details of her debt. Makes me wonder how serious she is about this whole problem.
We could actually just write down things to save money. The movie nights that we keep saying we're going to do, and we end up just going out for dinner.
Yes, exactly. We could actually rent a movie.
Yeah.
Before the final visit, I always check the finances to see if the couple has been following the rules. I've discovered Angela has been writing checks to cover wedding expenses, putting her into overdraft. You stepped up to the plate and really brought home the bacon this week, haven't you?
I did.
Tell me about the new job.
Oh, it's a construction job. It's 15 hours a week, $13 an hour.
Which is your $550 net.
Yes.
When I got here, you were spending $2,800 more than you made, and you were headed to over $300,000 in debt. I really think you stepped up to the plate, Gord. You are not a doofus. You are a stand-up guy.
Thank you.
Okay? I do not feel the same way about you, Angela. I'm sorry to say. The resistance to giving up the wedding, the changing of the work plan to the point where what Gord has achieved in terms of making more money actually gets negated by what you have done in terms of taking the cut in salary.
I had no choice, though.
Well, see, if you had come to me, if you had come to me and said, this is my only option, Gail, and so here are 3 things I'm going to do to get my income back up to where it was, because I know how important it is. I would have said, I totally buy that.
You have a week to do things. With everything that's going on, sometimes it's just not possible to get everything or do even more.
Your debt repayment plan requires that you put $3,000 a month against your debt until your maternity leave. You're in no position to do that right now, okay? Because you keep fiddling with the money. I need to see you more aggressive in terms of your willingness to take responsibility, okay? My instinct was to give you $2,000. And mostly, you were getting that $2,000 because you embraced the first challenge big time, and Gord was the guy. He just stepped up to the plate and did everything he needed to do. I'm prepared to give you 3, and I'm hoping the extra $1,000 on this check will be the motivation you need to go forward and do the things you have to do.
$3,000 is
No, I
nothing
know,
to
but
scoff
it's not
at,
even just
though.
the
Like,
money. I don't know where we went wrong. So
okay, we'll just keep working. We'll just keep working, and we've got the tools now, so we'll be okay.